new promo for PAW Patrol the Dino Movie just released, which gave us loads of new info and details. And I'll tell you everything that's been revealed today. On June 2nd, a Meet the Dinos featurette was posted. It mainly showcased a handful of the celebrity talent featured in this film and included some brand new shots. First up, the characters revealed. In the shots with the celebrity voice actors, we were given the name of the character they play and could faintly see what I assume is art of their character in the background. For Terry Crews, his character is named Alistair Stonewall. Judging by the artwork barely visible behind him, Alistair appears to have a rather short stature, wearing a greenish tee, a pair of jeans, black shoes, and carrying a backpack on his back and perhaps a bag in front. For Jennifer Hudson, Lillian Leeds is her character's name. We can actually see Lillian in a shot from the movie. She has dark hair, a bandana around her neck, a teal top, cream pants, and brown shoes. For Jamila Jamil, her character name is Hypothesis, likely a play on the word hypothesis. Luckily enough, we get a semi-clear shot of her character's art. She sports a tan hat, a jean-colored vest over a white top, beige shorts, light socks, and khaki boots. In 3 of the 4 drawings of her, she has quite a nervous expression, which makes me think that she has a more nervous demeanor. Perhaps her personality will be meant to mirror Marshall and the worrisome disposition he has shown before in some way. Heidi could also be spotted in the same scene we saw Lillian Leeds in. Clearly, with how they're dressed and where they appear, these characters are all researchers, like the ones spotted in the teaser. Also, there was another character whose name was revealed. The Laura Dino is confirmed to be named Rhubarb. Following that, there was one shot which intrigued me a fair bit. In it, we see Rhubarb flip Marshall onto his back. However, Marshall appears quite roughed up. He is absolutely covered in dirt with spots on his fur, uniform, and helmet. Additionally, it looks like he has a band-aid wrapped around his front left paw and leg. I'm very fascinated to find out why this is. I suspect that he had some sort of injury earlier on in which he needed to be wrapped up as seen here. Then, just before this very shot, he did something which led him to become as dirty as he is. We don't often see a pup get hurt like that. I expect it to be the result of an intense scene which I am personally excited to see. Also, I imagine that his injury will put him into a condition which Ryder deems too unwell to work, similar to what happened with Chase in the first film and Sky in the Mighty movie. I'm curious what Marshall's reaction would be, as he doesn't seem as assertive to defy Ryder's orders like Sky and Chase had. And if you've enjoyed so far, Marshall would like it if you'd like the video and subscribe. Now let's turn to Rex. This video gave us many looks at Rex in his gear. We can see him in his uniform as he rides Timmy the T-Rex, who has on a saddle-like contraption. It looks to have something of a scoop attached to it, which holds the baby dinosaurs in this case. We also get a better look at Rex wearing his suit in the shot analyzed just before. And we get our closest look at it yet, where he's just in his vest. Personally, I think he looks fantastic. After that, I'd like to talk about what I believe will be Marshall and Rhubarb's bond. I think the two of them will become very close. My first example is Marshall being the first to start thinking of a name for the dino, with Rubble ultimately being the decider. Then, in what looks to be right after, Rhubarb gives the Dalmatian a lick. A bit later, there is a scene where Marshall appears playing fetch with Rhubarb. I think that could be a scene where Marshall deals with his frustration with himself by either confiding in Rhubarb or cheering up by playing with him. I'll also point out we see a scene where Rex is very compassionate towards Timmy, so I anticipate that Marshall and Rhubarb's relationship will grow into something similar to that. Anyways, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed, go check out that video right there, and as always, I'll see you next time.